And with Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 coming to an end, I feel like it's about time to do an overall Season 6 review. And this will not be that in depth. If you want more in depth, look at the episode reviews that I've already done. So let's get right into this. And the first thing is that this season has no filler episodes, or it feels like it has no filler episodes. Every episode adds to the story, it moves it forwards, it does something that progresses the entire season, and it's really good. Look at other seasons like Season 5, completely filler. Season 4, half of that's filler. Season 10 of The Walking Dead, about a third of that is filler. This season has not a single filler episode, and every episode is a must-watch to get every part of the story. Another thing is that the season doesn't stretch out as villain arcs, okay? So the first villain is only until episode 9, and then they get rid of the villain, and they have the back half villain, which is only 7 episodes, and then that's the villain done with. I really like how they're not stretching the villains out. They're just moving through them at the speed that's comfortable and a good speed, and not stretch it. They're not doing a Walking Dead Season 6, 7 and 8 with the Saviours. They are literally just doing, okay, we have a villain for this half of this bit of the season, and they move on. They don't stretch villains. This is probably because Fear doesn't have any source or comic books that they have to adapt. Fear is completely from their heads and completely made up, whereas The Walking Dead had to kind of stretch out the Savior arc because they didn't want to catch up to the comics and then have to do a Game of Thrones and make up their own stuff. So that's just a win for Fear, in my opinion. And with the changes to Season 6, with the season becoming more episodic with each episode and focusing on 1 or 2 characters, it makes each episode feel a bit more contained and removes the chances of the episode becoming filler, because every episode is about one character and is lots of character development. Look at one character, like Morgan, for example, who spent years on The Walking Dead and got given no character development other than flopping back into his mental illness. In season, they gave him very slow, character development in Season 5, but Season 6 they give him massive character development. He goes from being this man who literally just has a mental illness and flip-flops to kill people, to now he kills for his people he loves and his family, and he's moved on, and he has someone he loves now, and he wants children. Massive character development. They also were not afraid to kill off characters anymore. They made it feel like every character can die again, which is really good, because the show lost this back in Season 4. More characters that needed character development or just were fixed were characters like Strand, where they made him more like Season 1, 2 and 3 Strand, not 4 and 5 Strand, so he's kind of a villain again, which is really good. That's the Strand we liked. They also fixed June a little, made her less annoying. They put Charlie back a little. They gave her less screen time. But the downside is they gave a lot of characters a lot less screen time. Like Luciana and Daniel, they are literally side characters. They went from Daniel being a main character, he has 1 episode about him, but he's in 3 episodes max. He does nothing. They kind of give him a weird Alzheimer's plot out of nowhere. Luciana gets nothing to do the entire season, and this has been an issue since Season 5, in my opinion. They don't know what to do with her. They just do nothing with her. Alicia got sidelined. She does very little this season. So even with the show getting better, if you only like certain characters, you're going to think the show's getting worse, because some characters are just less important. They focused on only a certain number of people, like Strand and Morgan. They're the main characters now, and other characters have been pushed further back into the shadow of these characters in this season. Now, this is a big thing for me, and I'm going to say the way the show looks, it finally looks amazing, and it looks way better than Season 4 and 5. It looks better than Season 1, 2 and 3 of Fear. This is the best looking season of Fear. It's also, in my opinion, the best looking season of any Walking Dead show. It looks better than any Walking Dead season. It looks better than World Beyond. I just think if you want a good looking show with zombies, this is the season for you. This show right here. Not The Walking Dead or World Beyond, this one. This season is really good, with quality, but I feel like the final 2 episodes do, fail me a little and do disappoint me a little, because the first 14 were oops bangers, back to back to back to back for so long, and those 14 episodes set the barrier so high that episode 15 and 16 couldn't achieve that, in my opinion, and I feel like episode 15 and 16, because of how good the previous 14 episodes were, did fail a little, and it was a little anticlimactic, in my opinion. So you're going to get slight disappointment, but You got the journey is amazing. It's just the ending's not the best. It's an okay ending, but it could have been a great ending. It got messed up a tiny bit, I feel, because how good the previous 14 episodes were. But that is just my opinion. If I had to give an overall review for this, and just one sentence or one word, I would say this is a must-watch season. If you've been somewhat on the fence about Fear, or you like The Walking Dead, or used to like Fear, you have to come and watch this season of Fear. It's a must-watch. But that's my opinion. What do you think? Please tell me. Talk to you later.